A lot to talk about today, but first, new intro. What do you think? Give me your opinion about it. Welcome to another Monday live stream. My name is Guillaume. If it's your first time on the channel, here we talk about anything that has to do with the world of live sound. The Behringer wing, microphone, Stagebox, in-ear monitor, Dente card, in-ear monitor, microphone. Well, you guys get the idea pretty much. Today, we got great news. I don't understand why we didn't talk about that earlier, but a lot of cool stuff happening. Last week, we were playing around with the Hub 4 Pro. We were playing around with the StageConnect stuff from Clark Technic, the DL8 also. And we figure out, by the way, if you were not there, we figure out that if you have a Hub 4 Pro, you can run a single cable, single power cable, or a single RJ45 connection to a Hub 4 Pro, one power in a wall. You can fire up 4 DL8 and you can have StageConnect stuff. You can have stuff like the DN4816U, which is a USB to StageConnect device, and some more stuff is gonna happen with that, so stick around. We're gonna check all the information that we have available right now. This is kind of like a breaking news. This morning I was scrolling on my phone and saw a video from Drew Brashler. By the way, hi Drew, if you're watching the stream today. We just had a really good conversation over on Discord together. Hope you're gonna do your first live stream soon, man. It's really, really fun to do a live stream. You can do, like I'm doing right now, you can do mistake live and there's no way to edit that out. Always amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, Drew had a video where he talked about stuff that was on display at the Behringer booth at NAMM, or the Music Tribe booth at NAMM, because I decided to opt out of NAMM. I was not there. I was not able to go out and talk to Angel about that stuff, or the other guys that were on the floor. I don't remember who exactly was there, but definitely there is something happening with the StageConnect series on the Behringer world. If you don't know, if you didn't see anything about it, we're gonna do a little screen play around here. I took some picture out of Drew's video because there is no other information out there. I tried to search for another source of option, but for now there's only Drew that covered that, and he pretty much filmed a TV at the Behringer booth to cover this up because there is no other information available. So let me switch the camera. Let's see what's going on here. Does it switch? Yes. Okay. The first thing that he showed in his video is something like this. What's up, Nick? Good to see you, man. Oh, by the way, I should maybe, okay, sneak peek. Sneezing. It's live. All right. So first, we gotta say hi to everybody. Hi, Nick. Good to see you, man. Always glad to have you back on the channel. Herman Gomez, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Everybody. Crazy Ed, Rolf. I could use Behringer. I could use an app, but Behringer news keep me up. Oh, okay. So yeah, depending on where you are in the world, it could be late. Hi, Rolf. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Always fun to have you guys around. The new StageConnect stuff looks sweet. Yes, and we're gonna talk about it because in this video, Drew 32-bit preamp. We don't know yet. In this video, and I've talked to Drew about that, he showed some stuff that may lead us to have option for preamp in the world of StageConnect. Now, I didn't talk to Drew about that, but we have option when it comes to the new StageConnect. Oh, come on. Yeah, you just destroy my punch because of the Flow 4 StageConnect. Hey, Drew. What's up? Guys, if you're not subscribed to Drew, go check out Drew. I was saying good thing about you, man. Good to have you on the stream. And actually, we're going to talk about this, Drew and everybody else who's there. I was thinking about it, and with the StageConnect stuff that we have available for the Flow 4, so I don't remember the model correctly, the VI4 or the V4, the StageConnect, we have a 2-level or 2 gain stage preamp available in those bucks, and me and Drew were talking about it before. There is a way. Actually, let me sidetrack. Way before that, when StageConnect came out, I had a conversation with Herman Bosa here, who used to be a regular on the channel. It's been a while since I saw him, but he was really aware of how the StageConnect protocol is built. It's reliant on another protocol that I don't remember the name, so don't quote me on all the stat. But if I remember correctly, when we talked, we had said in the conversation that there is some control available on the StageConnect stuff, meaning you can send out data from one device to the other. Hi, Charlie. Sorry, guys. There's a way to communicate information through StageConnect, and this is confirmed by another thing that we're going to talk about soon. We can now have in the new Stagebox, apparently we can run MIDI information through those devices. We'll see what's going on with that. Is it just MIDI control? Is it a MIDI pass-through? Is it a way for you to connect the new interface, the new, basically what replaced the DN 4816U? The new device has StageConnect. It has a USB-C port and now has MIDI on it. So will that be your new audio interface replacement, and you can send that to a console to send out information? Is there a way to have a MIDI triggering software on a computer running through a box like that and being sent through your console? For now, we don't know about that, but because those devices have MIDI ports on it, we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. That will be the best thing that could happen to the StageConnect world. But okay, let's sidetrack back. Because we know that we can have data information being sent in and out of those devices, it can allow a design to have preamp and remote controlled preamp. What I did not talk about with Drew earlier is realizing that we may have the newer preamp that is on the VIO4 StageConnect, which is a 2-step preamp, and we may have a trim where we decide how much of these 2 preamp we're actually using, or I don't know. But seriously, even if it's just that, it will be a game changer for an extra couple preamp here and there, because they are 32-bit float. You cannot clip those preamp, which is amazing design, like for a live sound. It's always good to have your gain structure correct, but sometimes live thing can happen. In the studio also thing can happen, but less live. You can have, problem, somebody hit a pad on a DI accidentally and remove the pad and everything is clipping. It can prevent us from having that kind of accident happening and destroy a recorded live show. Just for a few seconds, you have a DI, you pop the pad, it goes up by 30 dB, freak out, you push it back on. Accidents happen, and it can prevent that if you have the newer preamp that cannot be clipped, theoretically. But this is, I think, where we're going to go with that. And the reason I think we're going to have preamp on those newer, I don't want to call them Stagebox, but Rackbox StageConnect interface is because of this. First, let's take a look at this. This is what Drew got on the TV. He basically filmed the TV, so please apologize for the quality. This is not really high-end image, but we kind of get the idea. There's basically a 16 in, 16 out, and a 8x8 device. We can see that also on this picture here. We have a 16 input on top, 8x8 in the middle, and a 16 output on the bottom. I think this is going to be mic stuff because of this. In this video, Drew got his hand on the rendering from Behringer, which are not final, by the way. So we cannot be 100% convinced that this is going to be the writing on the final unit. This is just a projection, but judging by that, judging by the new preamp that are available for the Flow 4, I think it would make sense if Behringer have in their new lineup of StageConnect device stuff that can be mic level. Maybe not preamp per se, but mic level. Also, we talked about that before, but they introduce MIDI stuff. So on the new device, you have 3 logo now, so you can have StageConnect, MIDI, and power on logo being lit up. Because we have 2 status light, the green and the red, the blue and the red mean that we can have control probably over MIDI, or use this device as MIDI. So if you guys have a big keyboard rig, this is going to be your new best friend. You'll be able to have up to 8 stereo keyboard, sending out MIDI information, sending out StageConnect signal, all to a single XLR. And when it comes to backtrack, if you guys are old school and want to use backtrack but also have MIDI information being sent to a console or other device, that could be one way to go. We need to know what's going on with that, but maybe in the future we will see some MIDI capability for that. And the reason I believe we're gonna have a good time with MIDI is because of, no, not this one, sorry, this one. On the back of the new unit, you have MIDI in and out. So I think this is a great news. Stuff are moving, and I don't have a picture of it right now, but if Drew can remind me, what's a new extender model that is available. But basically, StageConnect introduced now a live, not live, a extender for live show, the SCRE. Thank you very much, Drew. It's a repeater or an extender, so you will be able to double the length on a StageConnect cable. So if you have the MX cable, 110 ohm cable, you can do up to 40 meter. Right now, you're gonna make that up to 80 meter. Am I correct? Do I say the spec correctly? I want to make sure, but if I remember, yes, it's 40 meter and 80 meter, or is it 40 feet and 80 feet? I think it's 80 feet, not 80 meters, right? It's been a while. It extends to 80 meter. Okay, it's a meter. Yes. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, so basically that's the new stuff that Drew basically put his eye on at NAMM. 40 meter and 80 meter. Thank you very much, Nick, for pointing that out. Yeah, 40 meter, 80 meter. Thank you. So yeah, basically this is the new stuff that is happening with StageConnect. Really happy about that. What do you guys think? What will be your, what would be your best use case for this stuff? Nick already has one to use on drum with gates. You want to use basically the MIDI trigger. interesting, because I don't know if you guys know, but on a drum kit, if you have a real drum kit that you also put trigger on, the module has a MIDI output option, or most of the module have MIDI output option that you can use for trigger. The reason is to prevent false triggering from gate. You can actually, I show you guys how to do this. If you have a trigger on a kit, and we're gonna use a gate here, hold on, wing gate, you can use a key source for that, and you can use a different source. So if you want, if you have the available channel, you can use, let's say, a channel here. Maybe we should ask for a way to trigger the gate from MIDI. That would be a great thing to do. Maybe we should ask for that. Oops, console the other way around. So yeah, it will be a great option to have that if we can, because using basically real triggers, using real trigger on a drum to trigger the gate will give you way less false reading. I've done that on recording that I did recently. I recorded the trigger along with the microphone, not to use for simple replacement, but just for better gating, just to get crazy good gating on those drums, and it worked really well. So I don't know if you guys knew about that. It's a cool trick. I should do a video about it, like how we can use that live. And back in the day, really a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago, I saw a video of Mick Hughes, or Big Mick, formerly known as the sound engineer for Metallica, and he got that one from Eddie Mapp, which is currently touring with Pantera. If you guys are out on the road, he's doing a crazy cool rig with the Midas HD96 on the Pantera tour. But basically, yeah, what he did is he put on triggers and he put a delay, like a 5 millisecond delay on the real tom. So it's creating some look ahead gating for the drum. So they doesn't sound like they're gated. He just, like, they basically open up 5 millisecond after. But yeah, Eddie Mapp is the guy. I remember seeing him a few times live mixing Evanescence back in the day. It's on their second album, so it's probably like 2006 or 7. And he sounded great. The mix sounded really good, especially in that room where, after the fact, many years after, I went out and mixed on the same PA and same room. And not an easy place, the MTELUS in Montreal, if you guys ever step a foot in there. It's a really live room, and he made it sound really good. So Eddie is the man. Yeah, great guy. Had the pleasure of having dinner with him. Nice. Oh, it's for a Pantera show. Okay, nice. Really cool. No, he's one of the guys that you want to hang around. He's brilliant mind, mixed really well, not too loud. Seriously, it's not a given nowadays for most mixer. We slowly start to see like a tangent in less and less louder mix nowadays, but yeah, really cool guy. And his system tech, Alex. And fire flown subarray. Ooh, interesting. And fire flown subarray. So how you do that? You just rig 2 set of subs, one top of the one in front of the other, and you cancel out. But I'm gonna guess, depending on the delay that you put in between the bucks, you can cancel out on the stage or up in the air, or you can switch the array that way. Really interesting. Really interesting. Nice. Okay, we got another question here from Tyler. Yesterday I saw a show where I ran one side of the PA out of the XLR, out of the wing rack, and the other side of the PA and the DL32. There was a slight difference in sound. I thought they were the same. Yeah, output are the same, but because you're going through the AS AS50 conversion, you're gonna have 4 sample of latency. Not the end of the world, but it's not, you know, coming out exactly the same. So maybe this is why it sounded a little different. You were creating just a tiny bit of phasing there. So yeah, there we go. Herman, a note on the Drew video, the render showed the mic from 1 to 8 input, and 9 it says line. Yeah, maybe 8 input, maybe 8 line, maybe 8, maybe 16 in, I don't know. Center cluster flown, yeah, it was crazy. That is sub in the arena sound. Okay, nice, really nice. Rob, how's it going, man? Got a crown for your tooth today. It's been a long day at the dentist. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. This is why you're feeling a little meh today, right? Never a good thing. Never a good thing to go to the dentist and getting some work done. Always affecting your body a lot. All right, guys. So we covered the basic subject of this live stream. We went a little fast on this one. I was maybe thinking about wait for the show a little bit, but we went through this over fast. It is now time to open up the floor to question. If you guys have any question, like Tyler did about the XLR out on his wing rack versus his DL32, feel free to drop those in the chat. We will answer them together. We have a lot of cool people in the chat today, really knowledgeable, that can help us out answering question most of the time. And I was talking to Drew about that later. Most of the time when I do a live stream, I learn as much as you do, because together as a community we make like a bigger brain. Can you believe that? Really hard to grasp to some people. Oh yeah, Rob, we definitely hope you're gonna feel better. And oh, it's cool, your wallet is lighter now. Always a good thing. Here's one from Tyler. How are you doing parallel bus compression for like how are you doing parallel bus compression like for the drums without having latency correction? On the wing, it's really easy. Let me show you how to do that. So we're gonna take a bus. We're gonna grab bus 9 here, which is by default set as a bus on the wing, not a bus end. But I said that is, sorry, I said that wrong. By default, it's set as a group, not a bus. It's set as a group on the wing, and this is made basically for what we're going to do right now. What you do when you do parallel compression on bus on the wing to avoid any kind of possible latency, you want to come here in your compressor section. You want to use something that has a really nice distortion to it, like the LMT compression, and you turn that on, you squash it out, you make sure that it's really like completely destroying the sound, and you use the blend mode. You use the mix knob on that thing. That way you're going to be in phase. You're not going to have the 32 sample of latency apply, because when you send a signal through a bus and you use a insert, you're going to have a minimum of 30 sample of latency on your signal. So if you don't go through a bus with a mix knob, you're gonna have your direct source to going to the main, and your bus that you're probably gonna send to the main like it's set up right now, you're gonna have 32 sample of difference for the same kind of signal. So you're gonna create some phasing. It's not gonna be fun. So when you create a bus for your drum, take your channel, make sure that you remove it from the main, and when you turn it on in the bus group, it's gonna be in phase. And now back to your bus. Let me grab my bus 9 here again. By default, it's going to the main out 1. So it should be the way to go to avoid any kind of phasing problem that can ever happen with that. Let's go back to another question here. I wonder if the 32 channel maximum for the StageConnect will be sufficient. Really interesting question. As far as I understand, the protocol that they use is limited to 32 channel. I don't think they can expand on that. Could be wrong, but I think it will be, I think that the protocol is designed to be 32 feed one way or another. This is why we have to choose, and we can do only 16 by 16 or 16 or 24 by 8, those kind of combination. In the wing, actually, we, in the setup menu, in the routing menu, when you go to source StageConnect, we can select how much channel both way we want to have. Here we can do 0 by 32, and you can go all the way from 32 to 0. So just make sure that you use the right thing here. From Nick, here's a good one. Parallel compression on drum subgroup. It can be achieved correctly if you have a mixing control. Yes. I had some strange behavior occasionally with the 1176 one. Really? The 1176 gave you a problem with that? That's surprising to me. It's one of the compressors that I use most of the time, so I was not expecting that. Interesting. Mixmaster, hey, you all saw the news that Audio Mix acquired DPA. Audio Mix acquired DPA mic, Wiscom, and Australian Audio. Oh, Austrian Audio. Okay. No, I didn't saw that news. Are they getting bought by Behringer soon? Are they gonna be acquired by by Music Tribe anytime soon? But DPA mic, I hope they don't bring it down. Probably one of the best mic developer out there. They have their stuff together. They make a really good product, and I'll be sad to see those products go down in quality. Wiscom, also another good brand in Australian audio. Also a really good brand as far as I know. But DPA is class leading. Like when it comes to orchestra, when it comes to headset mic, they are the leader in the industry. I think most people nowadays use DPA over Shure. I don't know about you guys. I'm looking right now to purchase some headset mic, so I don't know about them, but please don't destroy DPA. By the way, if you guys have any recommendation for a headset mic, I'm looking to replace my Beta 53. I have the whole model. They are fine. I check out the new stuff from Shure, the TH53, and seriously, they just sound a little bit better. They have a little more high end versus my Beta 53 that are maybe 20 years old. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestion for that, like within reason, of course, I cannot spend $5,000 on a headset. I need to buy 8 of those, so I don't want to decide between buying a new car or buying 8 microphone for now. I do keep in mind that I do corporate events, so people are not really gentle with those things, and they need to be easy to put on and off of people. That's the thing that I'm not really sure about the TH53 from Shure. They are really small, which is fun, but also a real problem with people with hair. I don't remember much what is it to have air, but I do install those microphones on a lot of ladies, and it's a nightmare sometimes because the hair get cut in all the sliding piece of the TH53. So if you guys have other option in the chat, make sure to let them know. Is there a way to do that without changing the dynamic when someone bring the fader up, for example? There is a way to do well, actually no. There's a way to do it on the bus. Basically, the bus become your output. The way it works when you're doing parallel compression, you set up your drum mix, you smash it into your bus, and after that, you only play around with your bus and your mix control. Everything that you would do, and I don't, guys help me out on this one, but I don't think there's any other way to do a bus compression, because you have to take the signal post fader. Otherwise, I don't see how you could do that. But you can create yourself a DCA and put your bus in there. You can create a DCA and put only your channel in there, so you can decide if you want to smash your drum or not, and maybe play around with 2 DCA and dropping down the bus and putting up the DCA with your input. You can decide on how much compression you want to play with that thing. But no, thinking about it, no, there is no way to have a pre-fader. Well, actually, could you have a pre-fader? Hold on. Maybe I'm telling you some bull crap here. Yeah, you could do a pre-fader bus. You can take your tap point and do a pre-fader bus with that, but usually when you're doing compression like that, you want your mix to affect the compression also at the same time. So you could do it with the tap point. You can select your tap point and go here, pre-fader, and send that into a group. Let's say, let's put this one on tap. Let's create, actually, hold on. I'm gonna take bus 9. We're gonna take our bus feed, and we're gonna go all channel, and we want them to be all tap, all on. Pan link, set to -infinite, and send on apply. That way you can take your channel, and I've made it for all the channel, but it could have been just, you know, these one. Actually, let me highlight these and make those group apply. You could take your drum, your 8-channel drum, put them on tap point, and yeah, basically that will work. That will work as a pre-fader tap point. But I don't understand why you want to do that, but you can do it. I said yes. You can do it. What's your favorite mic for live vocal? I want to say, I'm debating between 2 answers that I should give you here. Give me a 58 every day and I'll be fine. If I'm touring with an artist, if I have the option, if it's an option for the artist to be open-minded to try some stuff, I would try every single microphone that I have in my mic locker. 58, 935 beta, the 2 version of the beta 87. Maybe not this thing, maybe not this thing. Behringer Dynamic V56 condenser microphone. The D71D from Behringer also sound really, really good. I would basically try everything. Even sometimes with some people, I had great result with a 57A because of the capsule, because of the grill, the way that it changed the sound, the low end response. Sometimes if a beta 58 is an option, I will try it. Sometimes if the low end is too much or out of control, I will try with a 57A. Sounds amazing, work amazing. The real answer is the right mic for that person, and I will take time and I will find out which one is responding better. And this is why we have different microphones. They don't reproduce every single source the same way. So I would suggest you strongly to do A/B test with your vocalist if you have options. Sometimes people, it works amazingly well with AKG D5. Some people are really good with a friend of mine surprising me the other day and said, in studio I'm using a Behringer 201 on vocal. He's got a 201 M201 with a pop filter, just like the add-on foam that you put from Behringer. This is all he used in studio, and it sounded great. He did some A/B tests with U87 for his voice to sound amazing right out the gate. A 201 is the way to go. So I never tried the 201 live, but I would be definitely willing to try it. It's a cardioid mic or super cardioid. DPA had new wireless transmitter and receiver at NAMM. Okay, I would need to take a look at that. I've only saw the new stuff from Shure, which the concept that they add to the SLXD series sounds amazing. You basically have an accent mic or an accent feature for the price of a really affordable microphone. It's probably a fifth the price if you have the Dante version. I think Nick has a couple in the new one, and I'm thinking about replacing my ULXD with the new one just for the new feature, the new show link feature. Like, I can take a mic and make sure that I will never have any problem with it. Sometimes, you know, is it the best quality, the SLXD? No. I was talking with a friend the other day about the dynamic range of these microphones, and it's not the best dynamic mic. The preamp inside the SLXD is not the greatest ever, but if, like for corporate event, if you don't have to deal with frequency nightmare in like Congress Hall, if you don't have to deal with that, I'll give me an SLXD. I will EQ it and make it sound good. Those microphones are really good. I'm touring with one of the band that the singer bought his own SLXD, and he doesn't want to change it. He doesn't want to, you know, the dynamic range is good enough for a singer, and nobody care about it. It just sounds good. Seems like the same family Digico is under. Okay. See if the costs go up. Yeah, Digico is under DPA, right? It's the same family of brand. Or actually, here it's distributed by the same group in Canada, if I remember correctly. Exactly, Nick. It depends on the singer. Yeah, the sound device are crazy. Work. Oh yeah, sound device is the new thing for the DPA. Okay, I get what you're talking about. Yeah, the sound device thing. I'm surprised by they implement the show link into the SLXD and not the ULXD, because the ULXD doesn't have the technology in there, and they probably prep for that with the SLXD. This is why they can enable it. Now, they can probably do the same thing on the upcoming replacement for the ULXD, because at some point they will replace that series. Right now, it's still like right now, feature-wise, the ULXD is the lowest feature mic currently sold by Shure. If you stay in the professional series, where I'm not gonna count the BLX in there, because they're not appealing to the same range. The SLX with the Dante card built into them looks like a really appealing solution, to be honest. You can have 4 mic, 1 rack space, Dante, show length, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. I'm not gonna say that those are cheap, but they don't cost an arm and a leg. That's amazing. That's really amazing. Joining late for a quick minute here. Is there a timing for the new StageConnect to be in store? I don't know. It's not officially, like, there is no official announcement from Behringer on it. It's just stuff that Drew saw at the show that you report on. And I'm asking some people, like I went out there and asked some question, but so far no answer. I asked this morning when I saw Drew's video, but yeah, A lot of new stuff coming from Behringer. Funny enough, they released a video today, and I hope that they would talk about that, but no, so far nothing. And I don't know where you guys are in the world, but for me here in Canada, it's always take a long time once they release their product to be available on the shelf. So we'll see what's going on with that. We'll see what's going on with that. Don't hold your breath, but know it's coming. Like, same thing when the Wing Compact was announced. It took a while before it was released. They probably, and I'm not in the Behringer marketing team, but they probably do that to see if there's a hype around a product. I can see myself wanting some new StageConnect stuff, especially when it comes to those little bucks here. I can see myself replacing my the N4816U, because the new USB-C connector is just fun. Even like I still have all the cable that I need. USB-B to USB-C is not a hard cable to get, but it's not the same one that you have 20 of in your back, because everything else is USB-C to USB-C nowadays. But yeah, I can see myself replacing this one with a black box. I don't know about the StageConnect rack. MIDI will be fun, but for me, I don't have much need for a MIDI in and out on these box. Maybe for the console, if the new controller box, the new audio interface, because let's think about it. This is an audio interface. The N4816U is an audio interface, USB audio interface. I can see a use for that if it can talk to the wind, if I can get MIDI in and out sent to those, or if it can communicate MIDI in and out, I can see a need. But other than that, I'm not gonna upgrade all my stuff, even if it has built-in preamp, because I've already bought a bunch of DL8. To me, they are better option. It's way more. It's designed way better to be dropped on the stage, and that's kind of what I need when it comes to Stagebox. Otherwise, you just put everything in the rack. I'm gonna have a DL32, but if I don't have a DL32, give me some DL8 or SD8 Stagebox. You just show up, you drop, and go. Maybe we'll see an update for the SD8 Stagebox with PoE in the future. Maybe we'll have a V2 of the DL8. I wish they could do a DL12 or an SD12 with 12 preamp and 4 output. That will be the perfect size for me. This is what I've used for years on stage. Analog snake, you know, a 12-4. You have 12 input and 4 return. Usually it's a good amount for a drop. We'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. Might also keep teasing the compact HD96, not the Air. Well, you're talking about the Neon. The Neon 16, which is probably the next purchase that I would do in a few years, because it's not going to be released now. They probably going to be released at the end of the year, if I remember correctly. End of the year is what's on the roadmap, I believe, for the Midas HD Neon, the 16 version. Some people are also asking for bigger console, so we'll see what's going on with that. But yeah, that's the target for Midas, and as soon as I can, I'm gonna switch over to the Midas stuff. Meaning, as soon as I can get my hand on a Neon 16, that will be my new daily driver, because I believe I can fit it in the back of my car, and that's all I need. Otherwise, if it's too big, if the footprint makes no sense to me, I'm gonna stick with the Wing Compact, because seriously, everybody that I talk to, once you realize what you have in your hand with a Wing Compact, it's just a crazy good console for the price. Just have to dial the gain correct on the receiver, and it sounds good. We're talking about the SLX-D here. Yeah, the SLX is a cool unit. If you gain stage it correctly it's fine. It doesn't have the dynamic range of the ULX or the Axion, but other than that, I mean, they sound fine. Most of the time you won't be in a situation where you will hear a difference, or it will not make a huge difference. Nick, you have 12 channels in the rack Dente with the wing, 36 channel and 7 rack space. It's crazy good. Yeah, I would love to see a wing core to come on the market. I think it will be a great second mixer for broadcasting. Yeah, but for broadcast there's other option. Seriously, if you have a computer, just use Logic. Just put the buffer all the way up. But yeah, just use Logic. Don't waste your time with because mixing for broadcast and mixing for live is two different things. Mixing for TV is also a different thing because the way that the limiters are working for TV. Mixing for the web, where you have to do your own mastering, not like on TV you would do the same thing. Mixing in the studio is also a different art form. It's a different form of art form. So yeah, if you give me the option for a wing core, it would be great to use as a monitor console. I can see myself having a wing core with AS50, 3S50 on the back, maybe a StageConnect port, and no expansion card, or maybe internal Dante, one internal card. And yeah, that would do it for me. But I would use that as a monitor rig or an iPad rig more than for broadcast, because I prefer to have 64 channel of Dante out of my console to a computer and mix it from there inside. Even Reaper will give you way more option plugin wise than anything else. And not to bash against the wing plugin, but I mean, if you give me the option, I'm probably better off using the UAD stuff or the wave stuff. If you give me the option to have, if latency didn't matter, if I have to guess, I would probably take those plugins. Not that there's anything wrong with the wing. The wing is just insane. The wing is a monster console for the price. Yep. Oh, you would love the DL12x4 too. Oh, thank you very much for supporting me on that one, Tyler. Actually, we need to be vocal about that. If Behringer, if they really hear us, if we're vocal about it, people will think about it. And I mean, for a box that you can drop on a stage, that is PoE, it replaced digitally something that is already existing. Meaning that you can have a physical subsnake replaced by a digital stage box. And does it make sense to have that on AS50? Because you can do 12, 24, 40. Yeah, if you can do $4 on AS50, you can do $4 on the AS50 line, or using something like a Hub 4 Pro or a Hub 4. Maybe they would need to do an update on the Hub 4 to accommodate for $12 of 12x4. But it would make sense. It would make sense. All right. Be prepared for the price tag. You're talking about the Neon, Nick? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna sell my soul, a kidney, maybe an arm and a leg, and I should be able to afford a Neon. I won't be able to walk with it if I'm selling an arm and a leg, but I can definitely afford one if I sell my soul to rock and roll. Actually, here in the show business, we should change that saying to sell your soul to corporate event, because corporate event is where rock and roll dream goes to die. Wing core, please. Put some button on it like the X32 core. No! I have a really bad story about that. X32 core was so much better than M32 core. headphone amp, external card, internal card. Yeah. Okay. Here's a funny story. Still have some time on the stream. Here's a funny story. When I first got a wing, not a wing, an X32 core, I did the mistake of not putting it in the rack and having it at front of house, and wanted to use an X-Touch on it, and you know, having my iPad and do like a core, an X-Touch, and an iPad on top. Basically, I built myself a compact. That was a bad idea because I used the freaking button on that thing. And when you create a new show and you don't change the user preset on it, by default, on the core, if you press the first button, it will recall scene 1. If you press the second button, it will recall scene 2. 3 is something else and 4 is something else, and there's a master volume and a channel volume on those things, which is okay. But I had 2 accidents actually happening. The first one with the volume, I was in an event and went to the bathroom. Somebody was like pissed about the music and turned down the house music. Went to my rig without asking, like a nobody, not somebody from the band, somebody in the crowd thought that the music was too loud, went on stage, turned, like, play around with the knobs until the volume turned down, and he turned down the main out on my show. I was pissed. I disabled the button afterwards, but that's not the worst that happened to me. Once I did a show. I was on a boat with some of my friend Simon, actually, that you guys saw in a couple of my vlog. We're doing a show, private party, and we're having a good time. The show starts, and because I'm used to run my rig, the way that I'm running my rig usually is I'm using the first button on the X32 core as my tab tempo, because on the X-Touch, I believe, you didn't have that option when it first came out. Don't quote me on that. So, what do you think happened if I didn't set my user key correctly? I wipe the show 4 bar after the first song started. I was there, front of house, doing my thing. Show start, great. I wanna use my delay. Recalled 3 times the first show file on my console. Not the same band, nothing. And like an idiot, I forgot to save my show file after sound check. I cannot tell you how first pissed I was after that about to myself, how the band was pissed at myself after that, and how easily it could have been prevented if there was no knob, or if the channel, not a channel, the preset didn't change when you recalled that. So, yeah, had a bad time. Yeah. This is why I don't like knobs or button on the core. User error. 100% user error. Just, if I only had an iPad, that would never happen. That hurt, man. Definitely. Flesh and Dance DJ. Good to see you, man. Hey. Always a bad thing. Alright, guys, we have a few minutes before I head out, because I have some stuff to do. Got a business to run. Got some show to prepare, some gear list to build. That's the life of being a owner of a small show provider business. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's my life from now on. I'm a glorified ChatGPT in the sense of I just do gear list invoice and I answer client's email. that's 2026 for me so far. So couple more show, but seriously, I'm doing way more admin stuff nowadays because I now have people that are working with me on most corporate event. So if you guys, actually, time for a shameless plug. If you guys are in the Montreal area and you want a PA, console, ear rack, you want to rent anything, sound, light, staging, give me a call. My email is, or actually, send me an email. Email in the description. I'm not going to give my phone number out on stream, but email in the description. It will be a pleasure for me to help you guys out. I actually have somebody from New York that I need to call back. So, hey, David, if you answer your email, we'll be getting some stuff rolling. I just got my business license and occupancy permit for storage last week. Congrats, man. I had to put a stop on that dream for me. I've talked about it last week. I was looking for a room to store my stuff and do some show pre-production. And once that I run the number, I'm still too small right now of a business to get the storage going. Because right now there is nothing in my area. There is nothing smaller than 2,000 square feet for rent under industrial license. Commercial, you have smaller, but the price is way higher than industrial. For some reason, it's like double the price. So, as of right now, I have to put not a stop, but a hiatus. I have to put that a hiatus. Oh, Nick, you're coming by Montreal soon? Definitely hit me up, man. We definitely need to find some time for a coffee or anything. Coffee, beer, or whatever. Once you're in town. Taxation and stuff is next, yeah. Well, it's all my mom still needs a commercial insurance. Yeah, get some insurance. Seriously, it's a pain. Let's talk about business for a second, right? It's a pain in the butt to have to pay insurance because you spend out money that you hope you're never going to need. Like, I have insurance and I hope I'm never going to have to call them for anything because if I need to call them, it's because something happened. Destroying a piece of gear is fine. I just hope nobody will ever get hurt under my kind of event. But yeah, get insurance. Get insurance to make sure that your stuff is not going to be destroyed in a fire or something. Out on the gig, usually insurance doesn't apply to that, or rental, insurance doesn't apply to that. But yeah, be careful. Be careful with that stuff. Get some. You do have some liability insurance. Cover the gear in your trailer. Yeah. Yeah, Nick, sounds good. Hit me up, man. Whenever you're in town, hit me up. I'll show you I'll show you my venue where I work. You can probably gonna like it, and we have a great coffee shop there. If your wedding is not my venue, because sometimes I'm taking care of a corporate venue when we do have a lot of wedding. So yeah, maybe you're coming to my place anyway. That would be fun. I'll make sure to do the gig myself. All right, guys, 2 more minutes and I'm gonna have to run. Anything else that you need answered? Anything else that you need to have nailed down? Anything else that you're wondering about that you want to talk in the chat? Let me know. I'm going to start doing gig logs and video for my YouTube page. Yeah, sure. If you guys are interested to that, make sure to go subscribe to Flash and Dance DJ. Go check out his YouTube channel. We're all together in this, man. No need to No need to stop from people. No need to stop people from subbing to another YouTube channel. There's definitely not enough video out there that you will have to choose between mine or yours to listen to. All right, that will be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for being out with me today, for hanging out. I always appreciate every single one of you who do. Special mention to Drew. Thanks for sharing the new StageConnect stuff. Thanks for hanging out in the chat for a bit. Always fun to have other content creator in here. Guys, until the next one, I want you guys to please take care of yourself. If you ever are in town in Montreal, hit me up for a coffee. It will be amazing to do so. Until the next one, at the 1 hour mark, perfectly, we're gonna say thank you. Have a great day. And I see you all